Welcome. And I want to thank everyone for sticking around, supporting this channel, commenting, subscribing, hitting that notification, because without you, I wouldn't have reached over 100 subscribers. So really, I started this podcast in December 28, 2020. I was drinking some Heineken and I started flapping my gums about Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, and the Easter Bunny, and the disbelief of why we actually believe in these certain things. And it just made me laugh. I'm like, you know what? Let me just share my opinion and see what happens. And from that, I actually got some cool reviews from random people that I've never met in my life, and also some of my friends. From then, it transformed to what it is today because of everyone. A lot of support from the community on my Facebook channel. On the Facebook group. There's a podcasting group in there. My friends, again, reached out. Even just random people that have just messaged, they want to tell their story. Well, I should stop saying story, and that's one thing I've learned over the past year, that when we go through things, we should not be calling them stories, but really experiences, because stories, anyone can tell a story and everyone has a different point of view of that story. But an experience that is unique to that specific individual, it doesn't change. It is what it is. Every detail of it. And talking about details, I can honestly say that I was gonna quit, to be honest. There was one point in June or July, I was doing a podcast just over and over again. It was like 5 or 6 podcasts I was interviewing guests like probably in half an hour to an hour in between, and it just went dark. And I say dark in a sense that people are just talking about abuse, harassment, getting stabbed by their husband. And I was just like, wow, it really changed my point of view on society for a little bit. And I spoke to someone else about what's it like to be a citizen of this world. And I realized that this channel, Real Talk No Filter, it is a channel for the citizens of this world, and we are all citizens of this world. And to actually create a channel which voices people's experience, whether they're good, bad, whether they want to talk about their occupation, I am grateful. Every day I'm grateful. Every guest, I'm grateful to listen to them. And the key word is listening to them, because a lot of people out there, they would love to say stuff, but no one's really listening to them. I remember watching a show called Frasier, and his catchphrase was, "I'm listening." And I realized how powerful that is, because once you say, "I'm listening to somebody," you become engaged. That person is willing to let out their emotions, let out whatever's on their mind to you. And I'm very happy that that's what transformed into this podcast that I started. In regards to that, I remember watching, I think it was Joe Rogan. I forgot who his guest was. I want to say Elon Musk, but I could be wrong in that. But he mentioned something that really stuck to me, and this is the reasons why I don't have predetermined questions for my guests. Because he mentioned that a conversation between people should be like a dance. And once you have that dance with somebody, you understand the flow, the movement. It's unique. And that's why I've noticed with all the conversations I've had, we have this conversation before I even hit record, and it's like magic. I've never met these people in my life, but it's like instant connection. We're laughing, we're experiencing something. It's interesting and unique. And I'm glad to say that pretty much all my guests that I've done in this whole podcast, honestly, we've been friends. We talk almost probably once a week. It's new people. I've got like Christmas just passed, and a few of them reached out and said Merry Christmas. And even up until today, they even said Merry Christmas. Hey, how's it going? And how's the channel going? And a lot of them want to be guests again, not because they have a bad experience, but hey, they just want to talk. They want someone to listen and have that engagement. And I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy that I'm able to create this space, this podcast, for anyone that wants to listen. And I go back to saying that there's over 7 billion people on this earth, and everyone has a unique experience, and everyone is unique. So my biggest ask out of everybody is just make sure you're sharing this. Make sure that you're commenting, you're liking this, because it's magic. And that's the only way I could say it. I've learned so much over the course of a year, I've learned about mental health, what real mental health is. I learned what it's like to be abused. I've learned what it's meant to have a second chance at life. I've learned what it's like to be down on your luck and to gain inspiration, to show gratitude. I've learned what it's like to be a female police officer. I've learned what it's like to live in a van, what it's like to be an actress. All these things that I've never really thought about and considered. I learned what it's like to be human. I learned the true meaning of purpose. Just the list goes on and on. But the biggest thing that I've learned, we are strong people. We are warriors. We are overcomers. And we really just need people for that support just to help us get through. And I'm glad to see those warriors. I'm glad to see people overcome. I'm very, very happy for them. And I applaud each and every one of you. You might have noticed that I've done, podcasts on the side, and I go under an alias Chainsaw Phoenix. And to be honest, that's my space to voice an opinion or just a thought that's on my mind that I like to share. And I like to go through the origin of Chainsaw Phoenix, most likely next year. Well, it has to be next year because the year's almost finished. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next year because it's just going to continue to grow. So like always, I just want to thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for reaching out. This is Chainsaw Phoenix, heading to the exit. Take care and stay safe.